What do you get when you combine controversial topics with an everyday teenager? You get rants. Stay tuned for your weekly dose of open-minded podcast. Hey guys, my name is Gabby and welcome to my first podcast called Open Minded. For today's topic, we will be talking about sexual education classes, reasons why schools should offer them, and the pros and cons of offering them. Sex education is not just about sex. It includes other sensitive issues like sexual health, sexual reproduction, sexuality, and other things that parents often feel uncomfortable talking with their children. Therefore, it becomes the responsibility of the school to address this issue and inform and educate students about it as much as possible. To begin with, Texas has the nation's 5th highest birth rate among teenagers, behind Arkansas, Mississippi, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. Schools are not required to teach sex education classes in Texas, so it has the highest rate of repeat births among teenagers ages 15 to 19. Most teenagers have never had to talk with their parents, so when they become sexually active, they aren't aware of all the dangers that are out there. I asked 5 students if they have had to talk with their parents, and 3 out of 5 students said they have never had to talk. If the parents aren't going to have the talk with them, might as well get it from an educated professional so teenagers won't turn to getting invalid information from the internet. Of course, sexual education classes do have its pros and cons, so stay tuned for more on this topic. You try, and no matter what you do, it doesn't work. You pull until chunks of hair are in your hand, hairspray is all over the place, bobby pins are sticking out in all directions. Well, you know what? Stop struggling today and purchase the all-new hair styler. It works for all types of hair. Just spray it on and get any hairstyle you want. Call 1-800-855-2535. As mentioned, we will now be stating the cons of offering sexual education classes in school. Often, sexual education can go against moral or religious beliefs of an individual. Many schools do not teach abstinence only, but teach how to have sex safely. While it goes against religions and family morals to get married before having intercourse, it is not promoting it, rather just warning students. Most education is taught as a brief lesson in physical education or health class, but that is not enough time to relate effectively on serious materials, and it is often seen as a recreational course and not a serious issue. Many students often do not take the topic serious due to not being well informed, so students may be subject to embarrassment or excitable by subject material. This can cause for out-of-control classrooms if students laugh or make inappropriate comments. These are just some of the cons. Stay tuned for more pros of sexual education classes. It was my fault. I deserved it. He had a reason to do it. If you or someone you know are in an abusive relationship, don't hesitate to call the National Abusive Hotline. Call 1-800-799-7233. The number again is 1-800-799-7233. You are worth more than what you think. If schools taught sexual education classes and gender-exclusive classes, then maybe they would feel more comfortable talking about it without all the embarrassment and or snide comments. Students would be taught the correct terms of the reproductive system and how one contracts STDs while dismissing any of the myths surrounding sex, one of them being you can't get pregnant from only having sex once. Many students have intercourse even before they enter high school. So if they offered these classes, it would show those students how to safe while being sexually active. Having proper sexual education classes can help reduce the teen pregnancy rate in Texas. In my opinion, I do think sexual education classes should be taught in high schools. Well, my time is running out. Once again, my name is Gabby and thank you for tuning in to Open Minded. Stay tuned for next week's podcast.